back in headlines. The President awards the Top Achievers Award to 441 students who excelled in their secondary and higher secondary examinations. Maldives signs an MOU with PBOC to establish a framework for current account transactions and direct investment in their respective currencies. And Maldives holds discussions with China to further enhance military ties.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to PSM News in English with me, Hafiz Abdul Sattar. And now the news in detail. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz awards the Top Achievers Awards to 441 students who excelled in their secondary and higher secondary examinations.
The President attended all three sessions of the ceremony, morning, afternoon and evening, demonstrating the administration's commitment to advancing the education sector. President Muiz's participation in all sessions underscores the government's focus on nurturing a generation of capable youth who will lead the nation towards prosperity. During the event, the President presented awards to students who achieved top global ranks in higher education examinations and the prestigious National Top 10. A total of 18 students secured the top global rank in various exams, while 12 students ranked first in the national top 10 for A-levels. Additionally, 27 students received the A-level certificate of excellence. In the O-level category, 25 students earned top global ranks and 23 students secured first place in the national top 10. Other students in the top 10 rankings were presented with awards by ministers, with 376 students who completed A-levels in 2023 and 2024 receiving national top 10 recognition. In his speech at the ceremony, Minister of Education Dr. Ismail Shafiu highlighted the need to prioritize primary education. He noted that the government's expenditure on primary grades was significantly lower than on secondary education, emphasizing the importance of strengthening primary education to ensure better results in O-levels and A-level examinations. In the academic year 2022 to 2023, over 7,000 students completed O-levels, while 2,800 students graduated with A-levels.
Ministry of Economic Development and Trade of the Maldives announces the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with the People's Bank of China, PBOC, to establish a framework for current account transactions and direct investments in their respective currencies.
The agreement between the Ministry of Economic Development and Trade of the Maldives and the People's Bank of China, PBOC, aims to facilitate smoother and more efficient trade and investment relations between the Maldives and China by promoting the settlement of transactions in local currencies. The step is expected to enhance convenience for traders and increase cross-border investments between the two nations. The MOU follows the state visit of President Dr. Mohammad Muiz to China in January this year, where he met with President Xi Jinping to discuss strengthening the comprehensive strategic partnership between the two nations. Their discussions highlighted a mutual commitment to deepening economic cooperation. China is one of the Maldives' largest trade partners, with bilateral trade exceeding $700 million and the top source of tourists to the Maldives, stands to benefit significantly from this agreement. The MOU aligns with President Dr. Muiz's vision of enhancing economic openness and fortifying trade relations with key international partners. The signing of this MOU represents a major milestone in bolstering economic ties and fostering increased trade and investment flows between the Maldives and China.
The Maldives holds discussions with China to further enhance military ties during a meeting between Minister of Defense Ghassan Mamoun and China's Minister of National Defense Admiral Dong Jun. The discussions took place on the sidelines of the 11th Beijing Xiangfan Forum, a high-profile gathering of military leaders from Asia-Pacific countries. In a social media post, the Maldives Ministry of Defense confirmed that the talks centered on deepening military cooperation between the two nations. Maldives Ambassador to China, Dr. Fazil Najib, was also present during the meeting. Under the leadership of President Dr. Mohammad Muiz, The Maldives military has seen significant advancements, including the formation of air corps and introduction of the country's first military drone. The president has pledged to further bolster the Maldives' security by adding additional drones as well as sea, road and air vehicles to the national defense arsenal. These developments aim to enhance the Maldives' ability to safeguard its territory and maintain maritime security. The World Health Organization (WHO) donates Mpox test kits to the Maldives as part of efforts to strengthen the country's response to the virus.
The donation was handed over by WHO Medical Officer Dr. Padmal De Silva and received by Minister of State for Health Ismail Sharif on behalf of the Maldives. The Minister of Health affirmed that these test kits would play a vital role in enhancing the country's ability to prevent and control the spread of Mpox. WHO declared Mpox outbreak a global emergency on August 14th, following a surge in cases in Congo and several African nations, as well as in countries beyond the continent. The outbreak has been classified as a public health emergency of international concern under the International Health Regulations 2005 IHR. The virus has also spread to some South Asian countries. In response, the Health Protection Agency HPA has been actively monitoring the situation and taking preventive steps to mitigate the risk of Mpox transmission in the Maldives. The agency is assessing the local risk, formulating control strategies and preparing to conduct tests and provide treatment if necessary. HPA is also raising awareness among healthcare workers, the general public and immigrants while bolstering disease surveillance efforts. Mpox, while primarily transmitted through sexual contact, can also spread through the exchange of bodily fluids and respiratory droplets from an infected person. Everyday items such as bed sheets, towels and clothing shared with an infected individual can also carry the virus. Additionally, transmission from infected animals such as during hunting, skinning or cooking is possible. Symptoms of Mpox include fever, body ache, fatigue, swollen lymph nodes and rashes. WHO reports that most cases have been identified outside Congo, often linked to sexual transmission.
The Maldives Inland Revenue Authority (MIRA) introduces the Fifth Amendment to the Income Tax Regulation, mandating that individuals earning income in foreign currencies submit their income tax payments in US dollars. This latest amendment clarifies the currency requirements for taxes levied under the Income Tax Act. It specifically states that those whose functional currency is not Maldivian rupiah must pay their income tax and interim payments in dollars. The update also provides detailed guidelines for determining and presenting the currency for tax returns. Moreover, it mandates that non-residents earning foreign currency income must pay withholding tax and capital gains withholding tax in dollars. The provisions regarding withholding tax will take effect on October 31st. This change is expected to streamline tax payments for foreign currency earners and ensure compliance with international financial practices. Minister of Education Dr. Ismail Shafiu announces that 2,000 students will begin A-level studies in public schools this year, reflecting a 77% increase compared to previous years. This surge is attributed to the lenient opportunities introduced by the government to expand access to higher education.
Minister Dr. Shafiu reaffirmed President Dr. Mohammad Muizz's priority of building a skilled and educated workforce essential to the nation's economic growth. He highlighted the government's ongoing efforts to boost A-level enrollment, including amendments to the entry criteria and the provision of broader opportunities for students. As a result of these initiatives, a record 2,000 students will be starting A-levels this year. The minister also revealed that the government has decided to offer A-level opportunities to students across 23 public schools, depending on the school's capacity. However, he noted a significant challenge: many students completing secondary education fail to meet the required academic standards for A-level studies. To address this, the government has lowered the entry standards, allowing students who pass only 1 or 2 subjects to pursue A-levels. The government expressed optimism about this initiative, viewing it as an investment in developing youth skills and enhancing national productivity in the long run.
The Maldives Zakat House announces that it provided assistance to 130 individuals from the Zakat Fund during August. Statistics published by the Zakat House indicated that Zakat funds primarily provided assistance in 4 key areas, including cancer treatment, heart operations, treatment for kidney diseases and brain operations. It showed that Zakat House has provided a financial assistance of $25,024 for cancer treatment, $10,194 for treatment of kidney diseases, $8,079 for brain operations, $1,650 for heart operations, and $26,945 for other treatments. The statistics further show that the Zakat House had spent a total of $47,563 for the Zakat funds in August. Meanwhile, a total of $72,632 was designated to provide assistance. The additional expenses incurred were to secure funds for the development of the Waqf buildings and to provide salaries for individuals working to collect zakat. As such, it had spent $2,451 for the development of Waqf buildings and a total of $17,397 for the salaries of employees. Housing Development Corporation Limited (HDC) confirms that land reclamation works for Hulumale Phase 3 are progressing rapidly in preparation for allocating plots under the Brimberia scheme. The reclamation work inaugurated on September 22, 2023 has already seen significant progress. Dredging operations for 10 HA at Site A have been completed, with most of the 29 HA at Site B nearing completion. In total, 63 hectares will be reclaimed. The project had experienced delays halting since, but work on Site C will begin after the completion of Site B. Speaking to PSMNEWS, HDC assured that there are no current delays and the project is moving according to plan. The construction of a bound wall is underway and sand filling will begin once these works are completed, with the commitment to meet the project deadline. The new president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of the Maldives, CA Maldives, Mohammed Halim Abdullah, reveals that the new council of CA Maldives aims to ensure that the financial stability and security of the institution. Speaking at the ceremony held to commemorate the 4th anniversary of the institution and the completion of the term of its first council, President of CA Maldives, Halim, affirmed that the new council will assert planned efforts to promote the field of accounting in the Maldives. Aiming to achieve this goal, Halim stated that the council will prioritize 4 key objectives during this tenure. This includes increasing more members, maintaining the quality of the rules and regulations, working to ensure that CA Maldives is accepted as a separate institution from the government, and increasing the now institution's revenue. The Madhubari Ice Plant is officially transferred to the Maldives Industrial Fisheries Company Limited, MIFCO, from the Madhubari Island Council. The handover was formalized with an agreement signed by MIFCO Chief Financial Officer Ilyas Hanif and Madhubari Council President Mohammad Sadiq at a ceremony held at the Madhubari Council office. Following the agreement, President Sadiq expressed optimism that the transfer would result in cheaper ice for local fishermen. MIFCO Projects and Technical Department General Manager Muaz Ali announced that the plant, which is currently maintained by engineers from the Falivar Fisheries Complex, FFC, will provide ice at a rate of 750 rupiah per ton. He assured that MIFCO will continue to offer convenience and support to the fishermen in the future. The Madubari ice plant features a 25 metric ton capacity and will hold up to 50 tons of ice. The ice plant began its service on December 10, 2021. State Trading Organization STO docks the second bunkering vessel, Marine Bella, near Kulathufushi city, indicating the Maldives' preparedness to launch bunkering services.
Aiming to launch bunkering services, STO brought 2 oil tankers with the capacity of 4,000 tons. The first tanker, Marine Angel, docked in Kulathufushi city on September 9th. Bunkering services will first be launched in Ihevandipolu atoll. Bunkering services involve supplying fuel to marine ships and vessels. The establishment of such services in commonly traveled maritime areas will attract boats to stop and refuel, making it a profitable venture. The Maldives has a strategic geographical location as it is situated near 2 major shipping channels where bunkering services are relatively high in demand. The country also has the advantage of having calm seas and shallow waters, facilitating convenient bunkering for ships of various sizes. Maldives will be providing bunkering services in collaboration with a multinational energy and commodity trading company, Vitol Bunkers, a company which specializes in providing energy solutions to the maritime sector. Vitol Bunkers recognizes the Maldives as a key global bunkering destination, positioning the country prominently on the world bunkers map. While the country currently has a gross domestic product (GDP) of $6.5 billion, the government projects that the new bunkering service will generate an additional $400 million, creating a new industry valued at $390 million. The government is exerting several efforts to launch offshore bunkering services in the Maldives. Efforts are underway to establish the necessary resources and recruit employees to provide the services. The office building for this service is situated in Uligang, Halif Atoll. Maldives Ports Limited MPL stated that the building will be inaugurated 1 day prior to the official launch of bunkering services. Furthermore, the government aims to reclaim the land in nearby surroundings and expand the international bunkering operations in the near future. This expansion is expected to significantly boost state revenue and create numerous job opportunities within a competitive sector.
Microsoft-backed OpenAI says it was launching its Strawberry series of AI models designed to spend more time processing answers to queries in order to solve hard problems.
OpenAI has launched a new series of bots built to answer really tough questions. The AI models are designed to spend more time processing problems before spitting out an answer. First reported by Reuters, the new products are capable of reasoning through complex tasks. OpenAI says that makes them better able to solve challenging problems in science, coding and math. Known within the firm as Strawberry, they've officially been branded as O1 and O1 Mini. The O1 version will be available in ChatGPT from Thursday. In a blog post, the firm said the new model scored 83% on the qualifying exam for the International Mathematics Olympiad. That compares with just 13% for a previous model. The new bot also exceeded human PhD-level accuracy on some scientific tests. An OpenAI researcher said the system was built on so-called chain-of-thought reasoning, which breaks complex problems down into small steps. The models have refined their abilities through training and learning from their mistakes.
And that's all we have for this hour. Thank you for watching. Wish you all a very pleasant day ahead.